safe. They usually move in about 30 seconds, but still, this late in the game, you want to be sure you're 100% key point here. There is a bubble shield that I still have to have, so I grab that and continue on. First, the triple camo room, there are a few points of interest that you need to discuss. The first of which, there are a couple of triggers that are important, as well as the strategy how to get past this section, because in this room, there are a lot of major forms. As in true film charge and made cliche, this section subsets. So, let's talk triggers for just a second. As you're approaching the triple camo room, there's a covenant module on the left-hand side of the hallway, leaving the, I guess, the dead body area where all of the popcorn flood are at. This covenant module is a good marker for where your teammates should stand, just in case bad things happen. I guess, granted, if bad things did happen in the next room, they're probably going to die anyway, but at least with a safety net teleport, you do have a chance of it. The second trigger is the actual spawn point location for the enemy in this Pokemon. As you're walking up this hallway to get it back, there is a elite dead body that's on the ground. The trigger is actually slightly before that body, but that is a good indicator for where you can and can't go. In the case of which you need to kill all of the enemies that are near you, maybe your shield or the cover that's there. You can use the DC here to set up a couple things later. So let's talk about the triple camo room itself. Obviously, it's called the triple camo room because there are 3 camos, and this is where the bubble shield that I picked up earlier comes into play. Whenever you pass the code zone or the trigger to spawn in this area, you can just run in as fast as possible. This is why all the enemies on setup, and that is your literal best chance of survival. So I move to the room, throw the bubble shield down, head off to the right-hand side, and drop underneath the overarching ceiling of the area. And one of the camos that is on the right-hand side. The next step is to juggle that camo using a deployable cover to get that specific camo module in an advantageous spot. So I can use a secondary camo to bridge the gap between the entrance and exit of this room. That way I don't have to fight anybody. And I do this because there is another section coming up, what I like to call it the Hell Hallway, where it's also required to use another camo. As I enter the hallway of hell, the pressure of the situation really starts to seep in, and my hands are sweating profusely. Of course, as I'm running through, not only am I getting shot, but I also get the worst possible spawn set with the Ranger form in the direct line of path in which I need to go. So that was quite a close call, way more close than it actually needed to be. Thankfully, in this specific spawn set, there really is only one guy that's a problem. Yes, I got that guy, but I was able to adapt to the situation and take him out and use the camo and bypass this area. I went through to the more congested part of the hallway. There's another important trigger right here. So walking up, there's this wire on the ground, and if you pass by that wire, that actually will despawn everything in the previous sections of the mission. I need to take you back to the triple camo room. Getting the third camo that's in that room actually makes the actual hell room coming up really, really consistent. So it's very important to not pass by the specific wire that's on the ground. And the only reason why the wire matters is because the game tells me, hey, stop right here. After I stop there, I wait 10 to 20 seconds because the in-game garbage collection mechanic will come in and clean up all of the enemies behind me. All the enemies except for a few dead AI stalker forms. These guys, back to life whenever you engage with them. Thankfully, shout out to Luigi here. There's a flamethrower on the side, so this part is a piece of cake. This allows me to go back to grab a hammer, rockets, and the camo, as well as prepare for mission escape by setting up deployable covers where necessary and knocking over some of the crates that are in this area. So you're probably thinking about why the crates matter. So they have needlers, and those needlers, for the end, that is like the go-to weapon, in my opinion, for the end of this mission. And there's a lot of noise, and there's a lot of background explosions and shit going on. And the funny thing here is that I actually died in practice to the environment explosion hacking crates into me. So this is kind of a preemptive step to try to eliminate any kind of bullshit from happening here. All of that being said, I have what I need. Let's get into help. I spent a significant amount of time working in this room trying to figure out the best possible way to get through here. In this room, speed is your friend. You need to get out of here before the enemies have a chance to set up. And I came across and discovered a double hammer launch lineup. It goes straight to the top of this room, and in this run, it went off flawless. This took off so much pressure, being that it's this far into the run. It was a nice, easy way for us to get into Reactor. In Reactor Room, we skipped the entire first section by simply jumping up and going around the top of the map. And then I just want to make note that there is an active camo here that I need to grab on the way in. There are a few enemies that can kill you here. Thankfully, we had no issues in this run. After saving Cortana, we have to return to the Reactor Room, and this is where the newest strategy for this challenge really comes into play. Very, very important. I run in straight into the room off to the left.
Just in time. A lot better. No more playing around. You're not getting away. Are you? The essence of a Super Saiyan. Don't underestimate the Saiyan's power. You're pretty strong. You're really strong.
The specific path can have
I want to fight you again.
Be a Mauler guy there. It all depends on the seed that you get and what I can tell.